So I was at this dinner party last week with my best friend who happens to be a lawyer. And we're eating and everything is lovely. The food is great, meeting new people, and then he starts. He says, the problem with teachers is, what's a kid gonna learn from someone who decided that his best option in life was to become a teacher? And then he reminds the other dinner guests that it's also true what they say about teachers, those who can do and those who can't teach. So I decided to bite my tongue instead of his and resist the temptation to tell the dinner guests that it's also true what they say about lawyers. Because after all, this is a lovely dinner and we are having polite conversation. I mean, you're a teacher, Taylor, right? So be honest. What do you make? And I wish that he hadn't have done that. Well, asked me to be honest, because you see, I have this policy about honesty and ass kicking, which is that if you ask for it, well, then I have to let you have it, right? You want to know what I make? All right. I make kids work harder than they ever thought that they could. I can make a C- feel like a Congressional Medal of Honor, and an A- feel like a slap in the face. How dare you waste my time with anything less than your very best? You want to know what I make? I make kids sit through 40 minutes of study hall in absolute silence. No, you cannot work in groups. No, you can't ask a question, so put your hand down. Why can't you go to the bathroom? Well, because you're bored and you don't really have to go, do you? I make parents tremble in fear when I call home around dinner time. Hi, this is Miss Macy. I hope I haven't called it a bad time. I just wanted to tell you something that Billy said today. He said, leave that kid alone. I still cry sometimes, don't you? And it was the noblest act of courage that I have ever seen. I make parents see their children for who they really are and who they can be. You still want to know what I make? I make kids wonder. I make them question. I make them criticize. I make them apologize and mean it. I make them write. I make them read. I make them spell definitely beautiful over and over and over again until they will never misspell either one of those words again. I make them show all of their work in math and hide it on their final drafts in English. I make them understand that if you got this, then you follow this. And if anyone ever tries to judge you by how much you make, you give them this. So let me break it down for you so you know what I say is true. I make a goddamn difference. How about you?